Good
So,
morning, everyone. Oh, not morning where you're at? That's okay, because you can have eggs for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Welcome to episode 82 of Three Eggs Are Better Than One. I am Brad Stanton, along with fellow eggs Matt M and Brian Haremza. Thank you so much for listening last week. We did another blind rankings, which is always fun for everyone. We hope you enjoyed it, but we haven't seen a lot of comments on our videos. Let's get on that. Let's get the algorithm running. If this is your first time listening to the show, we do something called Sunny Side Up. We keep it positive here, and that's our good news of the week. So this week we have Bryant.
for me, I am a homeowner, but not in the sense you would think. So, I live in my home right here, as you can see, as I am currently in my basement, but I don't own this home. So when I was in high school, my family got a Habitat home, and my mom has been living in it since 2000. She's been living in that home since 2006, and she still has several payments to go, and she has been investing some of her money recently, and she finally realized that the guy that she's been working with says, you can just borrow this money and pay off the house. So today I get a call while I'm at work asking me if I can meet her at the bank. And she tells me she's going to pay off the house. And I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. That's great. That's awesome. Sure. I don't know why I need to be there. Great. I get there and she's like, I'm paying off the house. I'm like, awesome. Great. She goes, and it's going in your name. And I'm like, why? Why does it need to be in my name? Well, she wants the house to go to me since I was the one who helped. Because part of Habitat is you have to help build the home. So I helped build the house. There's part of the room, the one room that was mine has a bunch of like signatures from the people from my class that came and helped. So it's kind of a memento thing. But yeah, so my mom paid off the house, and then immediately put my name on it. So technically now I am a homeowner.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I told her she's going to have to start paying rent. But we'll see how that goes for a little bit. She see how good of a tenant she can be, and then we'll see what we can do there. But yeah, so eventually I might own two homes if I stay here long enough. So who knows?
Are you is this home close to you?
It's in the same town, so yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So she
Matt,
lives on
what?
one side. She lives
That
on
could
one
be
side.
38. That could be 38 miles.
No, it's like she lives like maybe 2 miles from me. I mean, it's
Okay.
not. Yeah, just over the railroad tracks, and there she is.
Well, we assume there was railroad tracks.
Yeah, of course.
What does that mean you helped build it?
So part of the habitat process is that they bring in the contractors, and then you have to help with, putting up the walls, drywall. You help with actually the establishment and building of the house
But
I've
how
seen
do you know how to do these things?
well, it
because
was
all the
on TV,
contractors are
right?
there. Yeah, you have all these contractors and all these people come in that they have
Yeah,
that volunteer their time, and they come in and they help you.
interesting.
They build it, you help them.
Yeah, I think I've seen this on TV and stuff. I've heard of it. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. You have to put
How,
in so many hours in the build process.
I think I know nothing about this process. I might know a little bit more about the group of people standing outside of Home Depot process,
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
I
I
do
do know
know
what
what
you
you
mean. Yes,
mean.
I know what you mean there too. Yes.
But that's
Well,
great. Congratulations.
yeah,
Yeah.
congrats.
So
Thank
now you
you.
got to pay those property taxes.
I know that's the sad part. Yes.
Oh man. So I won't do this every week, I promise, guys, but I got this nice shirt. My daughter got that for me for Father's Day. And she's an hour away, which kind of stinks because she's lived here forever and they're an hour away because it was closer to both where they work. But we went out there today and we had a request. She says, "Dad, when you come out, can you just bring me food? I have no time to make anything. They're ordering a lot of DoorDash and this and that." So I do make my own homemade spaghetti sauce. I call it sauce, not gravy, for all of you out there. Uh, we brought it up today and pretty much the remainder of her stuff, and we got to hang out with the baby for an hour and a half. And her, she seemed good. She seemed like she slept a little, even though she continuously tells us she doesn't. Baby did not cry for us, cried for her. I won't do this every week to you, but I felt a little closer to him today. Like I remember saying to you guys last week that it still hasn't hit me yet. Well, I felt like it hit me a little bit today. I brought him a Stone Cold Steve Austin little plush doll. Got it at Walmart. I was debating, do I get him that or I get him the Hulk Hogan one? I think I'm going to get him the Hulk Hogan one next week. So
There you go.
he's going to be a wrestling fan whether he wants to be or not, and that's what's going to happen. So yeah, just continuing that, and I'm on vacation this week, and we were planning on going to the lake house. It kind of changed when we found out Kendall was pregnant, but I'm going to try to go out Sunday too. So sunny side up.
Very
Getting those
nice.
getting those grandpa responsibilities going.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep, yep.
spoiling early.
Of course,
and
that's what you got to do.
it's definitely sauce.
Yes.
Yeah, it is
And
sauce.
it's definitely
Yes,
sauce.
Yeah, gravy's brown.
Gravy
yes.
is brown.
All right, Matt, what do you got for us this week?
I don't know. I don't know what I got here. You tell me. So we've had this lamp in our living room. It has an overhead light in the room, but we don't like to use it because it's too big and bright, and that's not really our vibe. So we have a lamp, and I've got a smart bulb in there, and it's control. You can control it with the app, and it can change different colors, and there's all kinds of settings, and I have it programmed the way I want. But the lamp itself is older, so it's one of those where there's like three settings, click, click, click. It's meant for like a three-way bulb, but
Sure.
we've surpassed that now. So there's always been a clash of activity because it doesn't always know if it's supposed to be on working with the smart bulb or off or what. So I finally got fed up and I bought a new lamp that only has an on and an off. And I am kicking myself. I should have done this 10 years ago because I love lamp.
Ah, yes.
It's the best lamp ever. It was in Amazon. I put it together in 2 seconds with my son's help. And it's beautiful. And that's my lead story. So you know how this episode's gonna go. So I texted a couple of people when it was Father's Day last month. And a couple of friends, right? Happy Father's Day. We're all in this together here. And good friend of mine, I don't see him often, but I texted him Happy Father's Day. He didn't text back. I probably didn't even notice that day. He texted me back a few days ago with a response, Happy Father's Day, and then another message about something else. And I wrote back and I said, I reject your Happy Father's Day. That was 19 days ago. And he was like, whoa, I'm within the 30 day. What? There's no 30-day window for Happy Father's Day. It's absurdity. He just went to tell me about the other thing and realized I texted him Happy Father's Day and he was backpedaling.
And I'm so glad you called him out on it.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
this
Is
is
it
absolutely
Of
ridiculous. Who do you think
course.
he is?
is it because he didn't say happy belated Father's Day?
He did
No,
not say, I don't think he said belated. He
But if
does
doesn't
he'd
have,
thrown
matter.
it in, would you have accepted it?
um,
How far does the
no.
belated go? I mean, I have belated goes about 5 days.
Yeah, well, I would have given him, yes, I would have given him one day. Listen, if you want to be with your family on that day, put your phone aside, no problem. But, when you pick your phone back up again and you can reconnect with the world, you better text me back.
Nobody puts their phone aside, just so you know.
Yeah.
It's true.
Nobody puts their
Yeah.
phone aside on Father's Day.
All right. I'm going to tell a story from, you guys might already know a little bit about this. And some of our listeners who are my friends, I was texting some people about this while it was happening last night because I was bored and I was entertaining myself.
Hmm.
So our town always has these like small local concerts. It's free. You just go sit on the grass and listen. And they usually cover local cover bands, but they just always play the same songs. It's the same songs. It's Jesse's Girl and it's I have a little list here.
They don't play bouncing around the room?
They don't play bouncing around. They take on me and Stacy's mom and living on a prayer and Footloose. Yeah, most of these songs are like they're 40 plus years old, and I'm like, I've heard these songs enough. Like you could play a song that's 25 years old and it would at least be from this century. So the real reason I went is because my son gets to go and run around with his friends. Great. That's wonderful. I sit there with some people I know. But I was so bored and annoyed with the set list that I started putting all of the songs they were playing in Chat GPT and asking it to predict what was going to be next because it is pretty predictable, right? So it became kind of fun. And the lead prediction was that they were going to play Mr. Brightside, the Killers song, which is a great song
Great
and
song.
more recent. And every time they played a new song, I added that to the list, and ChatGPT would revise its predictions. And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I got that one right," or "Ah, too bad I didn't. I'm going to revise my predictions." And they never played Mr. Brightside, but it kept re-suggesting Mr. Brightside, and then it would have commentary like, "I'm sticking with it," or "It's personal now. They're going to be playing this song. Mark my words." And they didn't play it. They didn't play it. They didn't play it. They also suggested the Journey song "Don't Stop Believin'," right? That fits into these songs. So eventually, it's getting late. It's hot. My son's like, "Can we go?" I'm like, "I think this is the last song." So we pick up. We're walking out, and they start playing "Don't Stop Believin'," and I'm like, "Oh, there it is." And they're like, "This is our last song." I'm like, "All right, there it is." So we drive home. I'm only 2 blocks away, so I can actually still hear it from the back of my house. So I'm pulling into the driveway, and the friend I was sitting next to, he texts me and goes, "They're finishing with Mr. Brightside right now." Now, I saw the preview come up on my phone while I was driving, and I was like, this guy's just fucking with me because he knows the experience that I'm having right now. Then he sends a video clip, and they were, in fact, playing Mr. Brightside to close the show. So I wrote back to ChatGPT and I was like, "You're not going to fucking believe this, but they're playing Mr. Brightside." And it was like vindication, blah, blah, blah. Like you're talking to a fucking human, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Now,
taking from this. You're like telling
so
them.
my mind is fucking blown that they played this song. And because it really didn't fit with the rest of the songs, it's just a popular song for a cover band to play, I guess.
Mhm.
Much more recent song. So I have the final exchange with ChatGPT saying, like, wow, I'm very surprised. I'm shocked. I can't believe this happened. And I swear to God, it goes, "That's really amazing. But let me ask you one final question. Did they ever end up playing Don't Stop Believin'?" And I was like, holy
Wow.
shit.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit, they did. Right as I was walking out and I stopped messaging you about it. What?
That's crazy.
I don't know. I think we should end the show right now.
They're taking
Yeah.
over.
It's technology,
I
man.
debated not even sharing this story because it's like, all right, Boomer Matt over here is having a conversation with Chat
Oh,
GPT.
it's fantastic.
No,
It's
that's
a
amazing.
That's what
story.
I'm taking from this whole thing is that, guess what? You're like talking back to ChatGPT.
I I kept I was trying it started out as trying to entertain myself because I was not really being thrilled with the music choices, you know?
Well, very good,
So I
Matt.
guess that is my sunny side up.
I don't know what's sunny side up in there, except that it was pretty exciting.
That's
I love
exciting.
Lamp.
I love Lamp.
Yeah.
So again, guys, I'm not that angry, but I have some things. So I had a vacation plan for this week, as I have said, and we just I kept a vacation week, but I we decided not to go to my sister's lake house because my daughter was scheduled to have this baby on the 17th of July. Well, can we get some freaking better accuracy here? She had the baby on July 1st. I could have gone to the lake. I
No.
like the lake. I want to go to the lake. I missed last year too. We couldn't get our schedules together. We like going. One, we don't see our family that much. They're far away. Two, it's free. I mean, let's talk about that. It's a free vacation. The only thing you got to pay for is well, whatever you spend there and getting there, but you don't have to pay for the place. That's free to us. It is a great time. We love it. It's not quite the Jersey Shore like kind of like busyness, which is fine by me. I just like going to the beach, going to the pool, having a few drinks, having a good dinner, grilling. How about some better accuracy? We have put a man on the moon, damn it, in 1969, and we should have it down to the day. Down to the day. He should know any kind of fluctuations. He should know if she's upset, something in her stomach. If what's your eating patterns? Do you have any spicy food? He should know. We should know the
No.
minute. It should be to the minute.
No way.
It
There's
should be. You're having conversations with a robot, and he's getting the songs right. Okay?
there's
Sure.
only one moon. They know how to calculate the one moon. Every woman's body is different, dude.
Why can't you just call and be like, hey, we changed the plans, had the baby, can I still go?
Yeah.
Why
Can
can't
I still
just
go?
just go crash
It's
it,
too
if
late.
anything?
They've made other plans at this point.
Mm.
But anyway, it's okay. I mean, it's all worth it. But I just wanted to say a little better. 16 days, man. 16 days. Baby is 2 weeks old today, and that's not supposed to be born for 2 more
Yeah.
days.
My son was born 15 days ahead of his due
Yeah,
date.
because they just didn't know what they were talking about. That's what I'm saying.
How are they supposed to
Because they're a
pinpoint
bunch of weatherman.
the exact day? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Freaking weathermen. That's what they are.
Weather women.
67%, 38%. Doesn't matter. Freaking, I'd love to have that job. I don't, Matt, I don't know if you've ever been to Sesame Place. It's over
I
by me.
have.
When I went, my kids were little. It was $10 to park. I had a season pass. I drove by it today. $40. $40 to park. It has gone up 400%
Yeah.
in 15 years.
Yeah, we've talked about parking fees.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Parking fees are a load of BS because you're not getting anything. You're not getting increased service with an
No.
increased price.
I didn't spend $40 in that park anytime when I had
Yeah.
the season pass because we played the season pass game. We go for a few hours. We ate before. I had like the drink involved. That was it. I'd spend $10. I don't know. It's criminal.
It
And fine.
is.
And finally, I went out last night. I told you guys this, and we got wings. How do you guys order your wings? Forget the like how hot it is. Do you have any special requests when you order wings?
Not
I
really,
mean,
just
picking
flavor.
between bone or boneless.
Okay, no, I think that it should always be well done, crispy, because I think that loose chicken or whatever it is, it's just a completely different wing if it's not well done. Now, maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't, but that's how I was raised on that, where it's like, you bite into it, it's a good bite, like not like messing through all this, loose skin.
I prefer crispy.
Yeah. How about
Yeah.
you, Bryant?
Yeah, crispy as well. Yeah.
So that's how
But
we ordered them, right?
that's not usually how I usually don't have to say anything though.
And
Nor
you
is
should,
that a presented choice.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
you shouldn't have to, because that's just the way it should be, I think. But
Yes.
we ordered it that way, and we were waiting a long, long time for these wings, and they come out, and there's 40 of them, and you just know by looking at it, the sauce looks lighter on it, like you could see the bone, everything looks wrong. And I looked at them, and they looked at me, and they said, "I go, these aren't crispy, these aren't well done." We sent those sons of bitches back.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And not only did we get new wings that were crispy, we got 4 free drinks. So
Nice.
I was hard boiled because I think that they should know how to make wings, especially when you order it that way. But I just don't even get it. I don't even get like, well, it's probably 3 extra minutes or 2 extra minutes in the fryer, right? Like it's
Get
not
that.
that much more work. It's not. I, wings are expensive too. Like back to
They
the
are.
money of things. If I'm gonna bite it, I'm not eating those. I'm not eating them. If I'm gonna spend $1 a wing or 80 cents a wing or $2 a wing, I don't know if you saw Devin Dowling's post today. He goes, I just ordered 30 wings and 2 pieces and it cost $77. If I'm gonna spend the money, but I want it to be good. That's all I'm asking.
Exactly.
If you're gonna make me spend the
Yeah.
money, make it good. Don't make me wait 20 minutes for the freaking wings that aren't done, and then 20 more minutes for the wings that are done. Hard boiled. Which brings us to undercooked eggs, which is a new topic alert. Now I added this one this time, undercooked eggs, and it's called disappointments, which I think actually kind of goes with an undercooked egg. If you're about to eat an undercooked egg and it's not done, I'm disappointed because I'm not eating that either.
Yeah, or like a wing that wasn't crispy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Matt, what did you come up with?
Couple of little things, I guess. We were a little disappointed. A couple years ago, we went on vacation to a Nickelodeon themed resort. And it was a little disappointing because I don't know, the Nickelodeon stuff wasn't, because we had a bunch of kids with the families, and it just wasn't really that Nickelodeon-y, you know? And it was an all-inclusive, and it really under-delivered in the options for what was included. It's like they had one tequila and one beer and one bourbon, and it was like Jim Beam. It was like you have to do a little bit better than that, I think. It was just like it. I think we were a little disappointed because it's classified as a 5-star resort, and it wasn't. It wasn't a bad experience, but it wasn't a 5-star resort either. So I was a little disappointed.
So let me ask you this. Obviously, it says you would not be going to a Nickelodeon themed restaurant or a resort without your son. This is not a place you and your wife would have picked. How was his experience?
Oh, great. Everybody had a great time, but
Hmm.
some of the pieces of it were like I've had better, way better on other vacations.
Gotcha.
And I don't think those places were classified as 5 stars.
No,
I
no,
don't know.
no. SpongeBob make an appearance?
Yeah, I do think SpongeBob was present.
I would hope so.
Yeah. And another little thing, we went to another vacation related thing. We went to Disney World earlier this year, and Splash Mountain's one of the big attractions, but it was refurbished or redone completely, and now it's Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and it was so cold when we were there that it was closed. So even though we did ride on it the previous trip several years ago when it was Splash Mountain, we were disappointed that we didn't get to ride on the new version,
What month was that?
February.
So that's the thing. Like, but Florida is Florida. You don't know. It could have been warmer.
Well, we had previously gone in a February, and it was like 60 to 75 degrees every day. It was amazing.
So it was open then. So it just says that there's a
Oh yeah.
temperature rule. There's a
No,
temperature rule
dude,
there.
I mean, I probably talked about this already. Our week in Disney, it was like 35 degrees.
Yeah,
It was insane.
I do remember this
When we
story.
were
Yeah.
at Epcot, it was 25 degrees.
That's
25
incredible.
degrees at Epcot. There was water, like water fountains, like decorative fountains, and the water was frozen.
Boy, not today, I bet. I bet it's pretty warm over there right now.
Dude,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was also like we got the wildfire thing going on
Yeah.
again.
We got the smoke outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's not like that orange sky,
Mm-mm.
but it's hazy and like you don't want to be out there. It
No,
smells
you
terrible.
shouldn't be running and
Yeah.
walking it. I felt it after I walked the dogs.
Yeah.
All right, good, Matt. I think you nailed it. So for me, the baseball All-Star game and MLB All-Star game was in Philadelphia this year, and really big deal for Philadelphia. They really made a huge deal about it. Tickets were unaffordable as expected. Uh, Home Run Derby came down to I don't even remember the guy that won, but Kyle Schwarber was the runner-up. A little disappointing, but I can't remember the guy's name now. Damn it, I wrote it down and I've lost it somewhere. I was
Walker?
impressed. I was impressed with what he did. Kyle Schwarber was up by 3 or 4 home runs, and he had to hit four. He had to hit like he was down to his last at bat, and then you can continue with the last at bat, and he hit 4 straight to beat him, which is really exciting, actually.
He actually hit 6 in a row to win.
Amazing job, and he was so smooth. Really enjoyed it. That's not my disappointment. I'm not disappointed in something like that. I'm disappointed in the next night. Here we are, first time in Philadelphia in 30 years, and Christopher Sanchez is getting the start. That is the Philadelphia Phillies ace. Goes out there, gives up 3 runs in the first inning right away. This is your hometown. This is your hometown stadium. This is your big moment. 3 runs. Not only that, between all the Phillies, now the other pitchers did okay, but the other Phillies, Bryce Harper, Schwarber, Marsh, over with what it felt like just an unlimited amount of strikeouts. So a very poor showing for the Philadelphia Phillies in their home stadium, and I found that to be very disappointing.
And a good showing by the New York Yankees, who were responsible for the 3 runs that were scored in that first inning,
Yeah,
and Cody Bellinger won MVP.
well earned. The National League only had 3 hits.
Mm-hmm.
They were just
It's
completely
a shutout.
Yeah,
shut
shutout too.
down,
Yeah.
shut out. But I mean, everybody pitched pretty well except for Sanchez. This is the guy that didn't give up a run for an entire month. You know what I mean? So disappointing, to say the least.
I mean, I knew it'd be disappointing for Philly when Zach Wheeler turns down an invitation to even be on the team.
Well, he turned it down after he was not put on the original lineup,
Yeah,
and
he
then
was not voted in.
not used as a substitute. And then he was asked again after that happened. He was like, "No, I'm out."
Yeah.
And he should have been on the team. And I've never heard Zach Wheeler really complain before, but he's 9-1 with a 2 point something ERA.
That's my point. It's like he's playing
Should have been
great.
there.
Yeah, he should have already been voted in.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I think the reason for that was he was out the first month, but he did have enough innings. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
not like an Otani situation who didn't have enough innings, ended up being hurt anyway. But yeah, disappointed.
Mhm.
What do you got for us, Bryant?
I have a couple things here as well. Couple quick hitters, I guess. I'm gonna stick to some sports, much like Brad as well. But I'm also gonna use a wrestling one from recent times here, or a little recent. It's a couple years old now. There was a time when WWE is building up Chad Gable
Oh,
as this great, and he's facing Gunther. Gunther's on this amazing run where he's holding the Intercontinental title. It's over 2 years, and you get Gable built up. He loses. He finds a way to build the momentum back. He's got it. It's this night on Monday Night Raw. His family's in the front row. They show him consistently. Everyone believes this is that moment for him. This is that moment. And then he loses. And he loses. And it's the disappointment of seeing this build up for this this coronation for Chad. And then they take it away. It's just, it was so heartbreaking. And then you immediately, when the match ends, they cut to his kids and his daughter's crying, and it just gets you. And it's just that disappointment of that was the moment. That was the moment. And they didn't do it.
I have to save my comments for later in the show, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Can do. Can do. My
That's
other
good though.
one, my other one I will mention is I don't know if Matt might understand this a little bit with me here, but the Denver Broncos sent a haul, and I mean a haul of picks, players to land Russell Wilson. They thought Russell could come in, be this great quarterback who could bring the Broncos back to prominence and all of this. Let's ride. That famed press conference quotes. And he was terrible, absolutely terrible. And I mean, I'm gone in a year after this. But just the hope that came with here's this Super Bowl winning quarterback. He did all these good things with Seattle, and then to come in and then just see nothing come from it. Just to see, they had some good moments, but it didn't lead to wins. I mean, and that was the hardest part was you see this guy come in and just there's nothing there. I don't know if it was just past his prime, the shell, whatever, but that disappointment of having this star, air quotes, we'll call it that, come in and do nothing. It's a disappointment.
Very disappointing.
And again, with as much as Denver gave up, oh, that's what hurts.
He retired finally, right?
He did,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
He's actually
Thank
going to be
goodness.
he's going to be an analyst now, I
Yeah,
think,
well,
for CBS.
first he came to the Giants and did nothing.
Yeah, he did that too. Yeah.
He had a good career for sure, and I
Yeah.
think he overachieved. But we had a nice era the last 20 years where we could probably list 10, 12 like Hall of Fame caliber quarterbacks. Maybe some are still playing like an Aaron Rodgers. But most quarterbacks just they don't work out. Or if they do, they work out strongly for a few years and then you never hear from them again, like RG3 or something.
Mhm.
But most of them just don't work out.
True. And you can equate that to coaching a little bit because even then in Seattle, he played great in Seattle. I mean,
Great system.
I think the system was a big key in that. And I think once you took him out of that system and you want him to be Russ in another system and he can't, that was the downfall of coming to Denver.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a great system there with a great running back and good receivers and great blocking. You can't just throw someone in and hope.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very good, Bryant. Which I can't believe this happens in pairs, but yet we have another new topic alert.
Topical. How many topics are there?
I mean, Seuss eggs. I mean, that speaks for itself, Matt. What do we have?
Seuss eggs?
Yeah.
Like Dr. Seuss?
I would assume you put it in the.
Who says I put it on there?
Oh, come on, Matt.
Seuss eggs is write a poem. So of course this was assigned to me, and I just slapped something together.
Yeah, sure you did.
Sure
pal.
you did.
3 weeks before you put the topic on there.
No. This was off the cuff. No editing. This is just how it came out. It's called Sunday Fun Day. Sunday morning in bed. I woke to my child's head looking at me with a smile. He'd been standing there a while. Can we please get up? I want cereal and peanut butter cups. I tried to nap on the couch, but that always makes me a grouch. I guess I'll go for a run, which is really never any fun. What are we going to do today? Something he repeats every day. Are you allowed to rhyme with a similar word from the previous line?
Wow.
I wonder which poem formats I'm covering. A little bit of all of them, but nothing impressive. At least I didn't write like a slob, but I probably shouldn't quit my day job.
Very good. Very, very good. I like the previous line rhyme.
Yeah, that was
That's my
great.
favorite part of the whole thing.
And will we ever see this topic again?
I will
Yeah.
be assigned to me. I can promise you then.
I was it's not going to get assigned to me. I know that. This is a Matt M exclusive.
Very good, Matt. That did not disappoint. I think we have a clip for next week already.
We do.
Which brings us to the omelet, Bryant. And boy, I do have a crush on you.
Ah, you do. Great. So I'm visiting some family recently, and in the background, they've got the new Spider-Man movie playing, and I, of course, did not watch it because I'm very loyal to my Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. But I'm just seeing it play, and I finally just asked him, like, is he a big fan of Spider-Man or a little guy over there? And he's like, he's a fan of something in Spider-Man. And I was like, oh, so, naturally I'm intrigued. Turns out, family friend, his little son, has his first crush. He's a crush on Zendaya. Naturally, she's in everything. They don't let him see everything, thankfully, because Euphoria would probably scar him. Not the point. But it just got me reminiscing and thinking of, first crushes, those crushes you have from whether they be your, school or celebrities, whomever it may be. But the crush kind of question came up and it just got me thinking. And again, so many, the age difference between us, the crush topics could be endless here. So I'm going to do a couple of mine and I'd love to hear from my fellow eggs, of course, as I, of course, assigned homework for them. When I think of my first crush, I think of the fantastic Amy Jo Johnson, who was the Pink Ranger from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. She played Kimberly Hart in the show. Um, just
Brad's shaking his head.
she's beautiful, just a beautiful woman. She also starred in, I don't know if I want to call it the worst Disney Channel movie I've ever seen. It's called Susie Q. I watched it. I still will watch it because she's in it. I think she's a beautiful woman. She's perfect for me as a young child.
All right.
So
So let's stop for a second here.
go for it.
See, you're the only one I think who's age appropriate for Power Rangers. I was a little too old, and Brad was
Well, no,
a lot too old.
that's why I
What?
said we're all going to be different
But
here.
what I picture here is, weren't they wearing like a suit with a helmet? Like, how do you know
Yeah,
what they look like?
but they did a show. There's a show with it where they're in high school and they have like the whole, you know, the scene that builds up to the climactic fight scene. So they're all high school students. They all have these terribly drawn together sketches and skits that makes it so that way then all of a sudden here comes the protagonist in and now you got to go to the secret lair, get in the suits and have your fight.
So the actors who were portraying the students were not the same people in the suits doing the kung fu stuff.
No, that's from the Japanese show.
Okay.
And then they just had the actors there doing like the funny skits or all this stuff, the wacky shenanigans that leads up to everything.
All right, Pink Ranger.
Pink Ranger. Yes.
I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea. I like the originality of like that you like something different. You like, women are pink.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I mean, Captain Kirk has the first interracial scene on TV with the green woman. He liked her. I thought she was pretty good looking myself.
that's true. There you go. There we go. See? Already showing the demographics
Okay.
here, guys.
That's before my time.
Is that a Klingon? Is that a Klingon?
Woo-wee.
Once, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ends, you move on, you move to your next show. Who's the next show that I see? It's Boy Meets World. And of course, in there, the great Danielle Fishel, Topanga Lawrence in the show. I'm of that age where they're of that age, the show just kind of tied together. We were all kind of that age together. Naturally, they age faster on television, but still remain young. I don't know how TV works. Matt would have to explain that to me someday. But Topanga to me was just like that perfect, like it's not that you grow up with them, but it's that girl next door kind of feel. You're in the same classes, you have school together. She's always there. It's just that perfect, that perfect storm of you always see each other. And I think that's what made Topanga so great. And again, the eight, kind of, she felt like she was my age. You felt like you had that connection a little bit. It just made sense to me as a young person. So
I think she is almost my exact age.
His age she is in his mind.
So
Yeah.
I assumed that we would, all three of us would have Topanga on their list. Maybe Brad's a little.
I was a little older.
Yeah, Brad's too old. Okay,
Yeah.
Certainly on my list. I barely even know her real name. She was just Topanga when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's weird. Like, crushes kind of don't expire.
No.
Like,
No,
I don't.
I like all four of mine.
Yeah, like I'm still. I just still have the crush, I get, but it's not like it was when I was an adolescent.
Oh yeah, no, it's different. So
I mean, yeah, okay. Topanga.
I figure we'll all have maybe one together. There might be one that we all agree on.
I think I know which one you mean.
And it's my next one. In the year 2000, this beautiful blonde bombshell comes walking down the entrance ramp. It's Canadian beauty Trish Stratus, who is, I will say, my forever crush. That woman does not age. And she starts off in wrestling with teenage. She was a fitness model beforehand. Didn't see any of that naturally because I don't follow fitness modeling. But when she comes to WWE, just blown away, captivated by this beautiful blonde bombshell, and just gorgeous, even gorgeous now. Even for the love of God, I don't know how she does it and stays so beautiful. But got to throw in Trish Stratus as a crush and as my forever crush. I can say that. So
Yeah, she's not a crush for you. You're in love with her, and and she's on your list of women that you're allowed to,
Yeah.
she's
Well,
100% on there.
the hall pass situation.
Definitely a hall pass.
sure.
I'm an idiot because I kind of forgot to think about the wrestling women. And I mean, I didn't write Trish down, but certainly, and probably even Sunny before that for me.
Oh yeah, Sunny could be there
Yeah.
too, so I could see that.
I have a
So
wrestling.
hey, all right. So see, all right. I'll throw in one more and then I'll pass it to my eggs here. I'm gonna throw in an actress who's kind of captivated me. Um, I didn't see her in the movies that made her somewhat famous. I saw her in other movies, and then realized she's in them. I've got a crush for Anna Kendrick. I think she's just cute, spunky, adorable. She makes me laugh with her movies. She seems like like I see interviews. She just seems like she'd be somebody you'd want to hang out with, have some laughs with, enjoy your time together. And then I think she's just adorable. I really do. I think she's cute. And like I said, the movies she's in, they're different. You know, she can be in comedies or music stuff with the Pitch Perfect or horror movies. I've seen her in in a horror movie or two. I think she's fantastic, covers a lot of things, and I just like Anna Kendrick.
Again, I would be creepy to be that guy. Um, I mean, now it wouldn't be so much. I mean, she's in
Yeah,
her 30s, I think, so it's okay, but you know what I mean. Matt, would you
yeah,
like to go?
yeah.
Yeah. I never crossed my mind as a crush, but I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
She's not like the knockout type, right?
Hmm.
She's a little bit more
I
average.
peg her as like that neighbor or the girl next door kind of thing of like,
Yeah.
you know,
A
Yeah, I
good
mean,
girl you think you might have a shot with.
Pitch Perfect.
yes,
Pitch Perfect is
It's a good movie.
foundational movie for her and a lot of people.
a lot of people.
So Matt, give
So
us your crushes,
Matt,
dude.
Matt, let's hear him.
Oh, so I've probably, unfortunately, I've probably talked about these women before, and I did one from like Real Youth, which was Topanga, one from like my high school era, which I've mentioned, it's Gwen Stefani. And that's probably my forever crush because I was in love with her in the 90s when she broke out on the music scene, and I'm still in love with her now. And I think she looks just as great as ever. And I mean, I like the music too, and something about the rock star element. And I don't know, something, she's hard to argue, I think.
I'll
Brad,
give you that.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. What are you talking about?
I mean, she's in her 50s now, so it's, age appropriate for everybody.
No, I love Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a little bit after that, I moved on to another female rock star, Amy Lee from
I
Evanescence.
was about to say Evanescence. Okay.
So again, I'm like pretty much the same age as her. So when Evanescence broke out about 20 plus years ago, I was in college and they were a big deal and I was totally into that. And it was like, there's a goth element to it and a dark thing to it, but not, they were still mainstream, right? It wasn't like underground. They were very popular, still are, really. She
Oh yeah.
still tours and performs. But it was always found her attractive. And I
Yeah,
mean, I think I still do.
nothing wrong with that.
She's still only like 45 or 46 or something like that.
Sounds young to me.
But again, and again, it's the music too. I mean, I like the music. It's like I like the music, and it's a bonus to have these people in the band. It's not like, you know, there's sometimes it's like I'll watch a movie like just because so and so is in it, even if the movie's gonna suck. Um, that's not the case with the bands here. I like the band. I like No Doubt a lot, and I like Evanescence a lot. You know, and that's all I prepared for myself.
There we go.
Okay, so I did four, from my childhood and three that I currently have. Is that
Ooh, I
okay?
like this. I love this. Go
I'm gonna
for it.
call this
Yes,
So
Creepy
now
Eggs.
these
please.
are gonna
The name of this episode is Creepy Eggs.
so this is gonna date myself a lot, because this is when I was a kid. But Brooke Shields, the Return of the Blue Lagoon. I mean,
Blue Lagoon.
she's been around forever. She's older now, of course, but I mean, she was just the prettiest face there was. Like, I'm forget the body, forget all that. When you're a kid, you saw that face. That she's just gorgeous, you know.
Mhm.
Now, I also watched a lot of Who's the Boss, which is a show that predates both you guys. But Alyssa Milano
No,
is,
I watched Who's the
Oh,
Boss.
and she is still gorgeous.
yes.
And like, I feel like I even grew up with her because we were both like 12, 13 at the same time. And we were like, she came in with like like the overalls, and she was a tomboy. And then she just got better looking and better looking and better looking.
Yeah.
And then she was in Poison Ivy. What? Oh my gosh. Like, she was hooking up with the guy, and like, I'm like, wow, that guy's lucky.
You know what? This is a good one because she was definitely like a teeny bopper, like one of the first like 80s, 90s teeny bopper, put a poster up in your room
Yeah, I had the poster.
type of girls. Yeah.
And
Tiger,
then I
yeah, Tiger,
go,
Tiger Beat magazine.
maybe. And I know definitely this predates you guys for sure, is the Dukes of Hazzard and Daisy Duke. Uh, cra- cr- uh, Catherine Bach is her real name. I mean, this was just unheard of on television with the short shorts and the
Oh
brown
God,
hair,
yeah.
the brown eyes, just like no jewelry, anything like that, and not dressed up, not just like that. It's the girl that everybody in that town wanted, including the guy that was watching it on TV. And finally, with my originals is Miss Elizabeth,
Mm,
Macho Man's Miss Elizabeth. I mean, we had never seen anything like this in wrestling before. Plus, I hadn't watched much wrestling before that. I did a little, but she came out with him, and she didn't talk, and he treated her like dirt a little bit, but she kind of
yep.
accepted that, and she still stood by him. And you're like, why is she with this jerk off? And
Yeah.
I just definitely a crush. Now,
That was
Kurt,
me. We
go
were
ahead.
really, me and Brian were really too young for that when it was happening.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That was
You
mid to
saw the
late.
NWO, Miss Elizabeth, which was not the same.
No, see, I got the match made in heaven, Miss Elizabeth, where they were already in love, and like you saw that, and like
Yeah.
that's where it was. You didn't see the bad stuff before that, so
In my current selections, I mean, Nikki Bella is my forever. She's like, I don't know. To me, she's the girl.
mm.
And I know she's got a rep, and she's what she is, and everybody kind of doesn't like her. They do like her. I don't know, but I think she's one of the most beautiful women in the world. Now, recently, I've been watching. We just started Landman, which is on Paramount, and Ali Larter, from the Final Destination movies.
Mm.
She's kind of playing like she's my age. She's kind of playing like the ex-wife that's kind of a nut. I don't know. She does it for me in that show. And we started watching Mad Men, and I am a Christina Hendricks guy now. So I'm all about her. I think my wife actually says that I shouldn't be watching these shows because then I get all kind of frisky. And she thinks it's because of
Okay.
these two women. She thinks it's because of these two women. I said, no, I just love you, honey.
There you go.
Hashtag creepy eggs.
Yeah. So,
Yes, Ali Larter of Varsity Blues is how she's
yes, definitely.
categorized.
That's true. That's very true. Whipped cream
Yeah.
scheme.
And I like the Nikki Bella, but fuck Brie.
I
Forget
like
that.
Brie, but
Forget her.
I just feel guilty about. I'm a big Brian Danielson guy.
Forget
Yeah,
her.
It's more about just respecting DB.
I get I can understand that. So now I gave this topic last week, and then Matt decides we're going to add to it. So Matt, you said you were getting Sue's crushes.
I was talking about this with Sue, and I said, "Wait, what about you? What's yours?" And she hit me with when she was a young lady, Bill Pullman, which I thought was so funny
What?
of an answer. And I immediately texted you guys like, "Oh, you need to get this data from your own wives here because we're bringing this to the table." Bill Pullman, who has that as a crush?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Like Independence Day, Bill
Yeah,
Pullman?
Are we talking Spaceballs, Bill
I
Pullman?
said that, and she mentioned an earlier movie, and I never even seen it. But Bill Pullman.
Hmm. That's a good poll.
Oh,
So my wife doesn't. She predates me with this stuff, so we didn't get any of the previous stuff. But it has been Randy Orton, Finn Balor, and currently John Hamm.
Mm.
yeah, I would say over here, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes are high up on the list.
Get that. So for Sue, she mentioned, and this I knew this one was Johnny Depp.
Hmm.
She likes young Johnny Depp. Mark Hoppus, which I don't know if I pronounced that correctly.
From
The
Blink
from Blink
182.
182. I can still remember one of our earliest concert adventures was to see Blink 182, and she walked up in a meet and greet line, told him she loved him. So I still have that. And then she also mentions The Rock, of course, and then
Wow. What?
her current favorite that she loves, John Moxley.
What?
She loves John Moxley.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So on that note, I have one more that I would like to mention, and it is honestly my forever crush. I just said Trish is my forever crush. I have a second forever crush, and that would be Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is this amazing godlike Adonis that I don't know how he stays so damn good looking. I mean, that man, you see him in Clueless, and now it's like the same man. It is amazing. He's fantastic in everything he does. He's phenomenal. The charisma and sex appeal just comes off the screen every time you see him. Paul Rudd, amazing, and I can't say enough good things about Paul Rudd. He is just fantastic, and I love him so much. See all of his movies, even the terrible ones, because I love him so much.
Do you have a male crush, Matt?
Just laughing
Do
because
you have
Paul
one?
Rudd's pretty good one. I probably
Yeah.
do. I wish I had time to.
Well, I mean, right to my head was Zac Efron right away.
Mhm.
I just jumped on that right away. So
No.
I will also throw in a Finn Balor. That man's dreamy too. I mean, oh, so
abs for
dreamy.
days, right?
Yeah,
Days and days.
I don't think he's. I think he's obviously in very good shape, especially his abs. But I don't think he's a good-looking guy at all.
Nah,
Well,
that's you then. That's you, buddy.
well, I think you're safe. I don't think he's
Yeah,
interested in you either.
Yeah.
yeah, you're fine.
This is reminding me of that. What's the joke from Billy Madison? It's like, who'd you rather bang, Jack Nicholson or Meg Ryan?
Jack Nicholson, 1984 or 74.
Yeah,
Jack Nicholson now or Jack Nicholson 1972? 1972. Meg Ryan.
great.
He's like, yeah, that's great. That's a great part.
Oh,
That's what we got.
Well, very good.
I think I have to award best crush to Sue M for Bill Pullman.
Yeah, that is insanity.
That's
No one's ever
that's
said that.
no. I've never heard anybody say
Unless
that
they're maybe with
ever.
Bill Pullman at the time and just
Yeah,
like had to make him feel good about himself. Bear with me with this next one, guys. Eggs Benedict was a real struggle for me this week. I put it on here for myself, and I was going through person after person after person. I just couldn't. I don't know. I usually put topics on here, to my advantage. You know what I mean?
of course.
In this case, I struggled. But you already mentioned him today, Bryant. And this is Chad Gable. So Chad Gable, it was like 2013, something like that. 14, he came in to the WWE main roster with Brian Jordan. Is that his name? Jason Jordan. And
Jason
they were
Jordan.
American Alpha. And it was a tag team, and they were like just supposed to be these over-the-top athletes. And I didn't really understand if they were baby faces or heels at the time, but they were extreme. And that's what I would explain it, extreme. Now, what happens is Jason Jordan gets sidelined for good. Like he cannot wrestle anymore. He gets an injury that keeps him out of wrestling. So really leaves nowhere to go for this Olympic athlete. And I for a while he was floundering. And then he hooks up with Shelton Benjamin, who I didn't even know was alive anymore at the time. We hadn't seen him for years. And they form another tag team, which never really gains any steam, and he becomes a heel persona. Now, we go on and on about the Big Show, about how many times he had turned heel and turned babyface, turned heel. It's really a lot also for Chad Gable. And it could happen in the same episode twice. From there, he was like one of Kurt Angle's last opponents, which he was giving and a babyface for. And then all of a sudden he would be just so rude and obnoxious. Now, I always feel that WWE never knew what to do with a Chad Gable. He is in phenomenal shape. We just talked about Finn Balor. I would say that Chad Gable is in better shape than even him. He actually has a lot of charisma to be either heel or babyface. He has a lot going for him, but they don't know what to do with him. He is on a shorter side, but that shouldn't matter anymore. And I just they never know what to do with him. So what really stood out to me was his feud at first for the King of the Ring, where he turned back to babyface and he was facing Baron Corbin. And again, he was climbing this ladder to beat this. I mean, I wouldn't call Baron Corbin uh, a monster of a man, but you just knew that Chad Gable wasn't going to beat him. And then the same thing again with Gunther, like you mentioned before. You have his family in here, and this is his babyface Chad Gable, and everybody is behind him and he just can't get it together. He forms this group with Otis, Sazawa, and at first it was just him and Otis, and they were heels. They like Otis shaved his beard, which I guess makes you a heel, and they were heels, and they were going after anybody, and they was called Alpha Academy. And then of course it became more of a comedy act with Sazawa and with Maxine Dupree. And then he turns on them while they were still in the group together, and is just this evil coach where the Dave could no longer take him. But I'm going to read you the last part of this is then, he actively to disrespect the luchadors he grew tired of losing to. Gable went under a mask as the villainous El Grande Americano. So basically he became a luchador. He put a mask on. He would use a little metal piece to headbutt. And it was just a huge disrespect to the luchador culture, which is Mexican wrestling. The gimmick actually evolved and it got some legs, but then he got hurt. And another, which is very common in the luchador world, someone will assume another identity. It does happen. It happens all the time. Sin Cara was never it wasn't the same guy that played him every time. So Ludwig Kaiser took on the role of El Grande Americano. But it was more of like, we don't know what to do with this guy. And what can we like, we're just gonna put him in this role. Well, then that gets legs, and he starts learning the Spanish language and everything like that, and becomes huge in Mexico. And then the original El Grande Americano, which is Chad Gable, comes back, and it was just amazing. They had this match, which was mask for mask, and then the new El Grande Americano wins and beats the Chad Gable, who reveals himself to be Chad Gable. And then rather returning to his better ways, losing the mask, it humbled Gable. Realizing the deep cultural responsibility of the mask, he publicly apologized to the luchadors he disrespected, shifting his trajectory to babyface, and the place went crazy for him. All of a sudden, this guy that was a heel that everybody was booing during this match, great match, by the way, are now cheering for this man that just lost and became human again. So now, he is back. That was in AAA, just so everybody understands, which is a partner of WWE or owned by WWE. Now he is back in the WWE on SmackDown or Raw, and he just recently won a match to be the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. But he's going against yet a luchador who is a babyface. Are they going to turn him again? That's what I don't know. I don't know because I don't feel that they've pushed him in the right direction to keep people cheering for him. And now he's going up against, it is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I know this isn't your traditional Eggs Benedict, but I think he's had probably 5 heel turns and 5 babyface returns in this entire time, maybe even more.
It's like you said, it's because they don't really know what to do with him or haven't decided they want to put the effort into figuring that out because he's not a top level guy or they never thought of him as a top level guy.
I think they're missing an opportunity. For sure.
Yeah.
He obviously can do everything he can for a gimmick and for a character, and he proved that with his masking and unmasking, something they just threw him into as more of a joke, I would say. I don't think they actually expected this nobody expected it to be this huge. It was the biggest thing in Mexico.
It was huge.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best matches of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
incredible.
And to mention that Chad can do anything. You mentioned the spot with Baron Corbin for the King of the Ring. They completely changed his name for that gimmick. They called him Shorty G,
which is
for that whole run.
Yeah,
that was.
But he ran with it and tried to make something of it because that's how Chad Gable is. Yeah. Is he's always going to try to make the best of every situation he's in.
Easily compared to Kurt Angle, but that's a good comparison because Kurt could do everything as an A+.
He almost sounds like him when he even talks. Yeah. Even like not just his wrestling ability, but his whole way about him is. Yeah. Kurt Angle loves him.
While you were speaking and talking about him going against Penta, they're not going to do this, but they should create a big chase situation here, and they can turn Penta heel by having Phoenix interfere on his behalf. And now Chad can feud with the Lucha Brothers. I mean, that sounds perfect to me.
Yeah.
It does, but I
Three
don't think they
ama-
want.
three amazing wrestlers.
Yeah, but I think you've also got the perfect storm here of we're also going to be in Chad Gable's hometown of Minneapolis. It's the perfect storm to have the moment, but
Is that where the match is? SummerSlam?
yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no faith in the system with him at all
Hmm.
because he has done everything he can to do to be he's been every character. He's done a great job every character. I root for him. And back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, start and stop, start and stop. And I'm sorry for you guys at home that maybe don't like the wrestling talk as much, but you got to watch this guy. Like he's just this match. If you could watch one match, you can get this for free. The triple A match, Mask versus Mask.
It's on YouTube.
As if you're human, you'll like it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for letting me nerd out a little bit there. I lost the outline. Oh, here it is. Let's go to duck eggs, which are facts. Some obscure facts. Who wants to go first? Is it Matt?
Obscure facts. I've been looking for a place to put this. I want to talk about a song that you all probably know. It's called House of the Rising Sun. A very well-known song. And for most of my life, I did not know what I'm about to tell you. And maybe you know, maybe you don't. Our listeners, who knows? House of the Rising Sun is one of the oldest and most famous folk songs in the English language, believed to have originated in the 1800s. And unlike most hit songs, it has no known songwriter. It's evolved over the generations. Singers have changed lyrics and melody has been passed along. The oldest known recording was made in 1933, and it was called Rising Sun Blues. Bob Dylan recorded a version in 1962. Think about how long ago that is and how old that guy is, and he still performs all the time. The most well-known version, which is the version that I knew, which I believe to be the original version, and I was wrong, was released by the Animals in 1964. And a little personal favorite tidbit of mine, a memorable and haunting version of the song appears in the Showtime series The Affair, where at Cole's wedding, his troubled brother Scotty unexpectedly takes the microphone and performs a slow, emotional rendition, which creates an uneasy atmosphere and foreshadows the tragedy ahead. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. I didn't know that this song did. We don't know where it came from. It's this beautiful, amazing song that I think everybody knows. We don't know where the fuck it came from. Like that shit's not going to happen anymore. We're at the point in history where everything is documented forever and ever. It's crazy to me.
That is insane.
Isn't that insane?
It's nuts.
It's like not knowing who Penta is.
Yeah.
Right? That's true, right? With his
But somebody's
identity.
writing him a check.
Yeah, well, they
It's
know.
not made out to Penta.
Yeah.
Could be.
NDA.
This is different. Yours is better.
I mean, I probably learned this 10 years ago, but I mean, I was an adult for many, many years before discovering this. And I was like, what? Anything that just is so old that we don't really know where it came from, but it's still relevant, blows my mind.
No, it's awesome. I kept with the theme that I had earlier today, which was the home run derby. The home run derby has had 10 major structural errors. The first one is 1985 to 1990, the 2 innings. Done as a short 2 inning competition, each player received 5 outs per inning, 10 total outs. Any swing that was not a home run counted as an out. Ties were very common because the sample size was low. In 1991 to 1999, the 3-round expansion upgraded the 3-round tournament to accommodate up to 10 players, expanded to 10 outs per round. The top 4 players from round 1 advanced to round 2. The top 2 from round 2 fought for the title. Home run tallies reset to 0 at the start of every single round. The third one from 2000 to 2003, the seeded brackets, retained the 10-out rules but introduced head-to-head matchups. After round 1, the 4 advancing players were seeded into 2 separate brackets. The winners of those direct matchups advanced straight to the finals. In 2004, reverting to the cumulative pools, formats quickly abandoned the head-to-head bracket and will be shifted back to the general pool format, where the 2 players with the highest cumulative home run totals across the first 2 rounds advanced to the finals. And now, again, 1 year later, 2005, To promote the inaugural World Baseball Classic, league affiliations were dropped. Instead of the American League versus National League, 8 players were selected to represent their native countries: USA, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Canada, South Korea, Panama, and the Netherlands. Standard league selection returned, but the scoring system shifted. Home runs totaled from round one carried into round two. The 2 players with the highest combined total from both rounds moved to the finals, where the score finally reset to 0. In 2014, intended to speed up the slow pace this year, featured 5 AL players and 5 NL players, slashed down from 10 outs to just 7 outs. The top home run hitter in each league earned a direct round 2 bye. Hitters competed strictly against players in their own league until the final cross-league championship round. Now, 8 years of frantic clock era. The biggest shift in Derby history, completely eliminating outs. The hitters had 4-minute time limit, later 3 minutes, to hit as many home runs as possible. Hitters earned 30 seconds of bonus time for hitting 2 home runs over 440 feet. How complicated is that? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Pitchers threw balls as fast as they could, leading to criticism that it was too chaotic and hard to track on television. In 2024 and 25, the hybrid clock and pitch limit, created to reduce the dangerous speed and exhaustion of the pure clock format. Rounds were still timed 3 minutes, but strict maximum of 40 pitches per round was implemented. Replaced bonus time with bonus period that wasn't timed, letting hitters swing until they recorded 3 outs. And this year, reverted to a system entirely free of timers. Hitters hit a strict 20 swings in round one. They got 20 swings, 15 in the semifinals, and every swing counts, whether it's a home run, miss, or ground ball. If a player hits a home run on the very last out allotted swing, they earned keep swinging bonus, allowing them to extend their round until they finally failed to hit a home run, which I thought was the best. And it was this year. But
that was the best Derby I've ever seen.
Yeah, and this clock thing, and it went on forever. What torture! You remember you weren't even able to see the home run land, like, because they were too busy throwing it. We had to hurry up and throw these balls.
Right. Yep.
I will say this: it was still a little bit too long. And the solution to that is, instead of 20 outs and 15, make it 15 and 10.
Yeah.
Easy solution.
Yeah. They also drug it out. I mean,
well, you got to. Yeah.
But it was fun with Michael Buffer and stuff like that. And Bryce Harper's shaking the ropes.
The players really delivered.
They did.
Yeah.
All of them did well. I mean, even 8 was good. You know?
It was, I enjoyed it. I mean,
I enjoyed it
it's
too.
not something that I've ever really been fully glued to, because the home run derby and the All-Star game are much better in theory than they are in execution.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, and I thought that was a good format. I hope they keep it next year.
Yeah,
except maybe you're right. Maybe trim down a couple of the at bats.
Yeah, I was about to say, and I think
a couple at bats. That's all. And
plus, it doesn't matter.
There's easy fixes.
These guys probably wouldn't mind, because they're using up a lot of their time and energy on
you know what's funny? The way it ended with this, the last swing had the different colored ball. They screwed them up for the longest time. That wasn't a bad idea. That kind of ended it quick for a lot of it, didn't it?
Yeah.
But what do you got, Bryant?
So I have a few things I wrote down here because again, obscure facts are just something that's fun to me. We mentioned we all love Seinfeld. Did you guys know that Larry David has said that he had a rule for the show, that there would never be any hugging or learning moments between characters?
I mean, I certainly knew that.
I did as well. I maybe forgotten.
I was about to say, as someone who came into Seinfeld late, did not realize that until I read it, and then I'm like thinking about the show, and I go, "Oh my god, it's right." Never. Like, okay, makes sense.
I'm trying to think of a hug. I'm trying to think of a hug
too. Couldn't think of it. Did you guys know that only one city has ever won all 3 major sports championships in 1 year?
Was it Boston?
It is not.
Is it New York?
It is not.
L.A.
Nope.
The Florida team.
Definitely not Philly.
No.
Pittsburgh.
No. In 1935, the Detroit Lions won the NFL championship.
Oh.
The Tigers won the World Series, and the Red Wings won the Stanley Cup.
Nothing counts before the Super Bowl. Don't you know
that? That's pre Super Bowl. And that's
still a championship.
And Detroit's been punished since.
And they have been. Yeah, they haven't won anything
the Lions.
since. Yeah. Yeah. And then the last thing I'll throw in here, because I found it interesting. Did you know mosquitoes prefer a certain blood type?
It's probably mine, whatever mine is.
Mosquitoes are known to go for people with type O blood and they are known to be bitten more than anyone else.
I'm O positive. I don't get a lot of mosquito bites.
I'm O positive, and I get eaten
You're O
alive.
positive too, aren't you? All three of us?
Have we talked about that? I have. That was one of my questions back in the day. Which
I have
one?
no idea what my blood
Yeah,
type
that's what
is.
it was. You didn't know. You need to find
Yeah.
out. You were supposed to do that for homework.
Yeah.
I was, still haven't. Obscure facts.
Very good. Oh, guys, that was a lot of fun this week. Matt, I think we have to talk about some socials.
Before we do that,
Oh, man.
let's backtrack into the episode. We talked about parking fees. World Cup parking near me at MetLife Stadium. You couldn't park on the premises, which was a whole thing, but you could park in the adjacent mall. And that I wish I looked this up beforehand, but I know you could. The spots were like prepaid, and it was somewhere between $125 and $250 to
Yeah,
park there for a
250.
game.
Yeah,
I saw
250.
200. I saw
Yeah,
signs for
It
$200
was
lots.
250 here, from what I understood.
yeah, yeah. And my other backtrack here is Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man is the new Grown Ups too, as far as the Eggs show is concerned, because you guys love fucking talking about him.
What's wrong with Tobey Maguire?
What's wrong with Tobey Maguire?
You just bring him up every episode.
What? No, we don't.
Did he come up today?
Yes,
I brought
Tobey
him up.
Maguire?
I did.
yes, and
I
every
did.
other episode in the last 10 weeks.
No,
Well,
we
he is the greatest
haven't.
Spider-Man of all time.
He is. Yeah.
All right, well, we are three Peter Parkers, and we are cooking up every Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. Find us on YouTube at Three Eggs Are Better Than One, the number three, the letter R, the number one. Like, subscribe, and comments. Follow us on X, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at Three Eggs Are Better, the number three, the letter R, and our individual accounts at Yes Man Brad, at B Ramza, and I am at Purple Shirt Guy Without the Eye. Apologies to Bober, we ran out of time. Next week, guys, we are going to be talking about company slogans. And no homework required. You just have to be a human on the planet, and it's going to be fun.
All right. Sounds good, man. That sounds
Works.
fun. Company slogans, like, I get it. Never mind.
Company
Okay.
slogans.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Bryant, take us home.
We thank you all for joining us this week. It's been a fun trip down our crush memory lane. No matter who we had, there was always somebody out there for us to have that crush on. And maybe leave some comments. Who did you guys have crushes on? Who are some people that maybe were out there for you guys? So, on that note, the egg timer's been set. We'll see you guys next week.
Cider House rules.